Maui, Hawaii is considered by many people to be one of the most beautiful places on Earth, which is one of the reasons it was selected for the 2014 Chairman Summit. Nearly 500 of Tupperware brand's top achievers enjoyed the island, not only the beauty, but all of the fun activities. But for me, the best part was celebrating the lives of the men and women in Tupperware brands. There was a powerful, life-changing personal story behind each one who attended the Chairman Summit. And it was my privilege to be able to sit down with a few of them and hear their personal stories. Good morning, Maravik. So nice to see you.
Good morning, Susan. Nice to see you too.
You're with Tupperware Philippines.
Yes.
How many years now?
Since I was a dealer, that was about 26 years now.
Oh my goodness. You have had great success.
Yes.
Are you enjoying Chairman Summit this time?
Yes. I feel so excited meeting all my sisters and brothers in Tupperware brands. No? I really have this different sense of pride that I belong to the most admired company called Tupperware brands. Oh, I'd like to tell my story.
I would love to hear your story.
Yeah, I joined Tupperware because of financial constraints.
You came from a very poor family, you've told me before.
Yeah. And,
describe what your life was like when you were a child and growing up.
Yeah. I really thought that if you're born poor, you will be poor for life. How poor? Well, I can only eat apple if I'm sick. And I did not have the chance to have a cake during my birthdays. And I do not have new clothes to wear. You know, when I join programs, my mother cannot buy me clothes because, you know, I like singing and dancing. And I wanted to be a singer and a dancer before. And the only thing that stopped me from doing that is we have no money to finance my needs.
And to get an education to go to school for singing and dancing
Yeah.
wasn't possible?
Yeah, it was impossible. So, but I understood my mother.
So how did you find out about Tupperware and the opportunity that this could change your life?
I found Tupperware when we really experienced a hard time with Joseph. You see, we got married early, 18 years old. So at that time, future problems were the least of my concern because I love him that much. But problems arise after having the first baby, and more problems came after the second and the third. And then I realized that loving my children was not enough. We have to work. We have to give them a life that can give them both emotional and financial needs. So Joseph had to look for a job. And he did. You know, he was hired as a purchaser and delivery boy and driver as well, with a mean salary of 1,400. So I thought I had to help him. So at first I sold anything, and I even joined other direct selling. But because of lack of training, I had collection problems, but God was so good. In times of misery and when all doors seemed shut, He opened a window of opportunity because somebody invited me to join a Tupperware party one afternoon.
When you joined Tupperware, it was different because...
It was really different because, you know, I had fun when I attended my first party. I had fun. The manager was so good, and I understood so many things about proper food storage. I liked the product after the party, and what made me so excited even more was when I saw the dolls, which were offered as hostess gifts. And at that time, I had no money to buy dolls. So I was so excited that same day, on the night of the same day, I hosted a Tupperware party and experienced my first success. I got my 2 dolls for my 2 girls.
A wonderful story. Wonderful story. How do you inspire other women to do what you do?
Well, I inspire other women to do what I do by, of course, after letting them in through recruiting parties, I invited them to our trainings, and I also invite them to our assemblies and have fun with us, because in our branch we see to it that we create a happy atmosphere. No, we train together, and then we evaluate performance together, and I also see to it that we we evaluate things together, and I tell them that, challenges are just part of life, and they should treat them as opportunities to go on.
Because you have a lot of challenges in the Philippines. You've had some natural disasters that have been terrible in the last few years.
Yes.
But you've also had turmoil, political and religious turmoil around you. How do you deal with that?
Well, in our place in Cotabato City, the population is half Muslim and half Christian. So there is this never-ending dispute. And, the challenge that I have in Mindanao is peace and order. And also, I do not speak fluently in Muslim. And the nice thing about being with Tupperware is, in our branch, I get to get them united. So
because you have women that are from both religions.
About 70% of our sales force are Muslim, and about 30% only are Christian. And in our branch, they are united with one common goal, and that is to change their lives and be better.
Maybe you guys can change the whole situation by showing that that once again, basically the same, and we have more in common than we do differences. So, well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure chatting with you as always. I love seeing you.
Thank you also, Susan. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.